When I first heard about PIP, it was just casual. It was some friends I'd seen in the street, and they were discussing about two companies I'd never heard of, which was Atos and Capita. And the guy was really going on saying, oh, these people are lying, they're cheating people out of benefits, be careful, you're going to get your money stopped when you go to PIP because they're doing it to everybody. And looking back now, everything they said has come true. When I got my invite to apply for PIP, I read through the questions and noticed they were very repetitive. It was as if they were trying to catch you out. I think that it's designed for people to look at and think, I can't do this, and put it down. When I got the results back, I opened the letter just expecting to see that I'd been granted the enhanced on both. The more I read into the letter, the more disheartened I became, because I started noticing lies. And my feeling then was, what chance do I stand against the government, against somebody so big as a DWP? They're not going to believe me. It was just the fear of waking up every morning, knowing how I normally feel, that I'd have to get to a job, work. It just all seemed impossible. Plus knowing that by the time I gave my history to any employer about my health, the medication I take, that nobody would employ me anyway. So I went to bed one night. I was in a lot of pain. I woke up and I had a bottle of morphine by the side of the bed, so I just drank the bottle. You wake up and then everything hits you again, what's happening, and that you've just got no control over it, or just couldn't cope any longer. I just felt it was the only option, really. There was just no other way. I just remember lying there and doctors talking to me, nurses talking to me, and it was as if they were just talking to the wall. I was hearing them, but I wasn't listening. And it just felt safer to be like that. And then it was when I actually came out of hospital, I realised that things had gone a little bit worse, as I couldn't cope talking to anybody I didn't know. I couldn't answer the phone. If somebody came to the house I didn't know, my husband had to speak to them. I would have to give me answer to my husband, and then for him to speak to them. For some reason, it caused me to feel that whatever I said was going to be, nobody's going to believe me, so I wasn't going to talk again. I believe nearly everybody I've spoken to, at least 90% of people, have mentioned that they just feel like ending it. They haven't got the strength, and that is really upsetting. If I could speak to the director of the DWP, I would ask him if he would make sure that in future all medical evidence is read and understood, because this is from doctors and consultants who know the patients better than anybody, that have been trained for 7 years plus to have that position, yet somebody, an assessor, can come along and take away that diagnosis within 20 minutes of something that they know nothing about, leaving people destitute and wanting to end their lives.